Hello friends, in today's video we will be looking how to calculate the income tax and find out whether we should opt for new regime or continue with the old regime. Before we begin, let's clear these grey boxes. To do this, simply select all by pressing Ctrl A, right click and navigate to more borders. Select your color as white and click on the outline and inside and select OK. Now we get a clean worksheet ready for our tax calculations. Let's start by understanding the tax slabs and their corresponding tax rates. As per this table, we can see that the old tax slab says up to 2.5 lakh nil, rupees 2.5 to 5 lakh 5%, rupees 5 to 10 lakh 20%, and 10 lakhs and above 30%. Similarly, the new tax slab says that up to 2.5 no tax, from 2.5 to 5 lakh you will be charged 5% of your salary, from 5 to 7.5 you will be charged 10%, from 7.5 to 10 lakh you will be charged 15%, from 10 to 12.5 lakh you will be charged 20%, from 12.5 lakh to 15 lakh you will be charged 25%, and 15 lakhs and above you will be charged 30%. Here, by looking at the percentage, we may find new slab very attractive. But is it really so? Let's find out with our calculation. I have pre-filled few data just to save some time. Otherwise, this video would get longer. However, we will be doing the comparison part together, which is the core of our today's video, so that you can follow the steps and prepare your own sheets. To your left is the financial data, and the column highlighted in yellow field where you will be entering your salary and the corresponding deductions, or you can say the investments. A point to be noted here is these deductions or the investments are applicable only for old regime, which are your standard deductions, which can be up to 50,000, your HRA, your NPS again for 50,000, your leave travel allowance, your home loan interest payment, and all the deductions under the section 80C, which are PF, LIC, PPF, tuition fee, ELSS, Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, NSC, fixed deposit, home loan principal, and a bunch of other investments. Your health insurance under 80D, your electric vehicle loan under section 80 EEB, which is up to 1.5 lakhs, your savings bank interest under section 80 TTA, which is up to 10,000. To the right are the tax slab and rates, which we just saw before. Here, as you can see, 0 to 2.5 it's 0, 2.5 to 5 it's 5%, 5 to 10 lakh for the old slab is 20%, for the new it is 10 and 15 each, 10 and above for the old it is 30%, in the new slab it ranges from 20 to 25%, and 15 lakhs onwards it's 30%. Also, an important point here to consider is this tax comparison is applicable only for the people whose salary is less than 50 lakhs. Now let's start calculating the taxable amount and the tax for each of the slabs against the mentioned salary. We can use this formula to get the taxable amount for the first slab. In this formula, we are checking whether the taxable income is less than the first slab or not. Since the income is greater, we should consider the maximum slab amount, which is 2.5 lakh, and move next for the second slab. So let us hit enter and see what we get as output. So as expected, our formula works perfect and we get 2.5 lakh as our taxable amount for the first slab. Let us now see what is the tax amount. So to do this, simply multiply the taxable amount with the rate. Therefore, it's equal to this amount multiplied by the rate. Now let's see how we can calculate the taxable amount for the second slab. For second slab we can use this formula which is similar to the first one, but only difference what we have here is we are taking the max of two numbers. We'll see in our following steps why we are taking max. But before that, just understand the if condition here. The if condition will check whether the imputed salary is within the range of the slab and return either the difference between the income and slab or the difference between the slab range. The result matches with the difference. You can further evaluate this expression and check if it is working fine. To do that, just go to formulae, click on the evaluate formulae function and try yourself. So to proceed with, we will simply copy the formulae into the other cells. We can simply drag it and paste it. So in the third slab, you can see that the differential amount is just 1 lakh, whereas in the previous cases it was 2,50,000. So let's evaluate this formula and understand it better. So here, when we click evaluate, we can see the replacement of values in our formula, which will lead to result, that is the taxable amount for the slab. Further, when we click, we can see that if condition here is matched, therefore as per the logic, the taxable income will be subtracted by the upper limit. That is 5 lakhs will be subtracted from 6 lakhs, which are the values for our taxable income and the upper slab, and the result will be returned as 1 lakh. With the variance in the taxable amount, we can conclude that every slab is captured, and the same can be verified by just selecting all the cells and checking the sum value at the bottom. Since our taxable income matches with the slab wise taxable amount, all other slab amounts should be defaulted to 0 so that there is nothing calculated. Here comes the usage of our max function. So let's verify it by evaluating. As you click on the evaluate button, you can see that the values are getting replaced and the if condition is getting evaluated now, where the values are getting checked. That is, our taxable income 6 lakh is getting checked whether it is less than or equal to 10 lakh, which is the upper limit of the slab. So in this case, the condition is satisfied and we get true here. Therefore, as we had the subtraction earlier, the same will happen now, where the lower slab, which is 7,50,000, would be subtracted from our taxable income 6 lakhs. Therefore, what we will get here is minus 1,50,000. Moving on with our evaluate function, what we get in the second if is 6 lakh would be checked for the lower slab, which is 7,50,000. Since 6 lakh is not greater than 7,50,000, we get the result as false and 0 would be passed as the result of if function. So now what we have in our max function is two values, which is the result of first if, that is minus 1,50,000 and 0. In this case, since 0 is greater than minus 1,50,000, we get 0 as the result. Since we get 0, there will be no impact on tax amount which will be calculated. Since we have already calculated in our previous slab, we would just drag this until the last slab. So here we can see that we are getting the tax amount for all the slabs and 0 for the slab where we have no amount. So this completes our old regime calculations. Now let's just replicate the same for the new regime. Let's start with our first slab. To do this, we'll simply copy the formulae from our old regime and we'll simply paste it here. The only change what we need to do here, and which we should always keep in mind, is in new regime, since we don't get any deductions, we should be taking the actual gross salary, which is there in our field B3. So here we will replace 15 with 3, and similarly for the subtraction also we will replace 15 with 3 and press enter. For the further slabs, we can similarly copy the formula from any of the slab and we can simply paste it here. And as we replace in the previous slab, we would replace the same here as well. That is, change from B15 to B3. And let's press enter. So here, since the both slabs match with each other, we can simply drag this for other slabs and see. Here Excel has done its job and it has replicated the previous formulae for the old regime with the new regime. Let us now quickly calculate the tax amount as well. So to do this, we'll just simply multiply the tax amount with the new percentage and we can just drag it for the further slabs. With this we complete our basic calculations. Let us now try to beautify so that things are much more clear to understand. So before we do anything, we'll just format this. To do that, we'll just go to format cells. We'll click on the custom and let's choose this one. Okay, this looks much better. To double check the taxable amount computation, let's make use of AND operator along with the sum function to display the total amount. The evaluation of this formula should match with our taxable income. Let's see by pressing the enter key. As we can see, both the numbers match. We can confirm the correctness of our computation. Let's do the same thing for our new regime. So we'll just simply copy it and paste it here. In this case, we just need to make sure that our gross salary matches with our calculated taxable amount. Moving on, let us see what is the total tax to be paid. So we'll just type total. We'll calculate the sum of all the tax. So we'll just type sum and drag all of the columns. This will give us the total sum. We can now copy this and replicate for the new regime as well. So we can see that both the figures are here. On top of the total tax, we even pay the cess, which is 4% of our total tax. So 4% of our total tax. So that comes to 1300. Let's replicate the same. So our total tax would be the sum of the total amount and our cess. So let's copy paste the same. So here we get our total tax for the old regime as well as the new regime. We are about to complete the worksheet and come to a conclusion point. Let me take this as potential savings, the beneficial regime, and finally the conclusion. Let us merge these cells. To get the potential saving, we just need to subtract these both numbers and find the difference. But to present it in a better way, let's make use of the absolute function, which will always ignore the sign for those difference and give us the whole integer. So the function would be ABS, our old regime, minus our new regime. So we can have a potential saving of 10,400 if we choose the regime wisely. To get the beneficial regime, we will make use of if function. We'll say if our old regime amount is less than our new regime amount, then display it as old regime, otherwise display new regime. So clearly in this case, since the new regime is less than our old regime, we get the beneficial regime as new regime. For our final conclusion, let us again make use of the if function and see whether our new regime is greater than our old regime. If it is so, let's display the message saying that it's less tax with old regime. Otherwise, display the message less tax with new regime. Let us check what we get by hitting our enter button. So clearly we can see that our new regime is less, so we would be paying less tax. This completes our worksheet, but the appearance of our worksheet is not that great, so let us just beautify it. First and foremost, let's put some borders to all of this. So simply select all these cells, right click and go for more borders. Make your color as black. Select the outline and inside border and hit OK. Let's make this cell bold. This also bold. Make it center. Let's make all the headings bold. Select these cells. Go for your background. Choose the color of your choice. Maybe we can go with this. Let's make the font as red, bold, and increase the font size. Let's make this amount look like this one. For this, we can just click on the general numbering format. Let's choose currency. One more thing what we can do is we can have our conditional formatting. So from conditional formatting, we can just choose our color scales. After clicking color scales, let's go for manage rules. Click on edit rule. Let's select green color for our lowest value. Select red color for our highest value. So the red color is still not that appealing. So let us again edit the rule. And let's put the value as hex FF6161. This color looks better. Let's click apply, click OK. Now let us increase the font size for all of this so that it's more brighter. Let's make the format as currency. Let us not have the decimal. Go to format cells, choose your number, remove the decimals. Also, one last thing what we can do is we can increase the font for all of the figures. So we'll just simply select all. Choose the font size as 12. Select the total amount. We might increase this as 14 just to distinguish among others. The remaining ones also we can keep it as 12 so that we have a good appeal. So this completes our worksheet. Now let's do some testing and find out whether our worksheet is working fine. So in this case, clearly you can see that if the salary is 6 lakhs and without any deduction, we should always choose the new regime because we can save some tax money over here. Let us see what happens if we have already made our investments and we intend to claim the deductions. So let's put some figures here. Let us say we have 50,000 of our standard deduction. We have made an investment of 50,000 towards NPS. We have our housing loan for which we can claim the interest. Let us assume we claim around 1 lakh rupees. Here we can clearly see that with few deductions we can save some tax here when we choose our old regime. Let us take another example where let's assume our income to be 16 lakhs and see what happens if there are no deductions. So clearly for the income of 16 lakhs per annum without any deduction, new regime works fine where we can save around 78,000 rupees. But if we go for some deductions or with some investment, let us see what happens. So we claim 50,000 towards standard deductions, 50,000 towards NPS. Let us say we have LTA of 20,000 and we have made provisions under ATC where we have invested around 1,50,000 and we get interest of around 10,000 with our savings bank account. So in this case we can see that the tax what we pay with the old regime is lesser than what we will actually end up paying if we choose new regime. Therefore, with all these examples we can conclude that if we are going to claim the deductions, we should always choose the old regime so that we can get the benefits out of our investments. If we have not planned for any of the investments, we can simply choose the new regime. I hope friends you have learned how to plan and calculate the tax for yourself or for your near and dear ones. You can download this Excel from the link mentioned in the description box. Do let me know about your thoughts in the comment section and share this video with your friends and family. If you found this video useful, then please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to get the notification about the upcoming videos. Thank you. This is Vignesh Iyer and you were watching Lockdown Learners.